We're previewing Manchester United's boxing match fixture against Wolverhampton Wanderers at the Molineux Stadium, sir. Manchester United needs a result. We're playing a team in the drop zone, but they're suffering a new manager bounce, of course. How appropriate given United's need for 3 points, need for a big performance, and need for a win, especially on the road. This is a huge match. Ruben Amorim, we've been sliding, even where, certain things have been more promising than they were under the previous regime. But either way, at the end of the day, we just need 3 points. Whether by hook or by crook, I need Santa Claus to bring me a beautiful, unpackaged, unwrapped 3 points that I can stick in the table and help us get back up it, because right now we're hurting and this is what you need. And I have a feeling the Molineux is going to be fit and firing, full voice under their new Portuguese manager. He's already, got one win under the books, sir. So it's a big one. You need a win. It's Boxing Day as well. I feel like we have a good tradition on that day, but no excuses, sir. If we lose this, it's going to be ugly.
You lose to Tottenham. You lose to Bournemouth. You got to break the streak. We got to get up the table. We're in the bottom half. First time since 89-90. Manchester United has been in the bottom half of the table. Absolutely brutal to watch these last 2 games, especially seeing that we're out XGing teams, we're not converting, and we're shipping shit goals like we're elves working hard for Christmas, sir. This is absolutely horrid. We got to break the streak. It starts with a spark, starts with some mojo. These bluffers, they got to tune in. Amorim's got to work them hard on the training pitch. Let's go. Wolves away.
No, this is what it's all about. We got the little lethargy coming off the holiday, the day after Christmas. I'm sure the players will get some time with the family, but focused on the task at hand, right? We're going on an away match, but this is about just gritting it out and getting a win. Like, fuck the performance. I need a win. I just need a win. We need to get a W next to the chart, because right now the team is dying for 3 points. And I think we need to show up, tinker with the 11, but I think he's got to go the strongest possible 11 we've got. He's trying to be very, very thoughtful around rotating players, given the load, given the lack of depth in certain positions. But I think for this one, given that we have the Scousers right around the corner, we need 3 points, and you need them against Wolves. We also have Newcastle right around the corner from that. So it's like, I think he's got to go full guns blazing, best 11 as if it's like a final, and just you have to get 3 points.
3 points or bust. But first, sir, quick PSA for the podcast before we get into the breakdown proper. If you like the American Red Devils, please check us out on YouTube at American Red Devils. Search us up, like, and subscribe. We just hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Shout out to everyone who subscribed. If you haven't yet, or you're listening on iTunes, on Spotify, please go to YouTube, smash the like and subscribe button, hack the algorithm, help other Muppets find the best for fan, by fan, Manchester United content out there. Also, check out our Patreon page, patreon.com/AmericaDevils. Behind the scenes episode every single month. Tons of other benefits. Check it out. Also, our store. We have great merch. You want to support the podcast in a different way. Scarves, trucker hats. Is there anything better than American Red Devil trucker, sir? Let's go.
No
great
way.
search. We have great shirts, beanies, hoodies as well. Stickers, scarves. Grab some Muppet, or if you're in a gifting mood, gift to another Muppet. Also, check out our website, americadevils.store. Sir, tell them about iTunes reviews.
iTunes reviews and 5-star reviews, the American Devils podcast. Wherever you listen, it's a great way to support the pod. It helps us get found organically by other top Muppets like yourself. And we're still giving away free merch. All you have to do is write a 5-star review on iTunes or Spotify and send a screenshot of that review to americadevils@gmail.com with your mailing address, and I'll personally pick, pack, and ship some free ARD gear. Send it right to your door anywhere in the world. Those elves are still working. Keep those holiday orders coming in. We've been working overtime. We appreciate everyone supporting the pod. Don't forget to like and subscribe on YouTube as well. So let's get into the match. Boxing Day, Wolves.
Did you give the Excuse Factory elves a break? It feels like they haven't been running, because like the manager, we already sacked the manager, so the Excuse Factory elves, they've been given like a 2-month break.
By the way, have you heard Sir Jim Ratcliffe's direction? There's no redundancy. So the Excuse Factory elves have been fucking laid off. they're on the unemployment line.
I haven't heard.
All we have is production elves, because you know what? They ain't got a job no more, because Jim Ratcliffe was
They were working OT.
used to get $200 bonuses. Now you get like a gift card, M&S gift card.
You should have seen those
By
elves.
the way, he's saving like thousands of dollars.
You
for
should
that.
have seen those elves when Ineos decided to bring Eric Ten Hag back. They're like, oh no, we gotta get back to work. All right, having a little laugh there about the Excuse Factory. Let's get into this Wolves match. All right, United heads out away to Wolves at the Molineux Stadium Thursday, December 26th, Boxing Day, 9:30 a.m. Pacific, 12:30 a.m. 12:30 p.m. East Coast time, sir. United find themselves.
Oh, we're looking at the table.
We unwrap the table for Christmas. We start reporting on it. It is 13th for Manchester United. Lucky 13th.
Lucky 13th.
Negative 1 goal difference, 22 points, just above West Ham and Everton. Wolves
Jesus Christ.
in 18th.
Exactly where we want to be.
If you can't beat Wolves on Boxing Day, you got bigger fish to fry. Something tells me we might be frying some fish, sir. Tell us about Boxing Day, a holiday that Americans don't really celebrate. Do all the English people get in the street and start boxing? Is that the point of the day? How do we do?
That also is probably a byproduct.
They get so hammered that they start just boxing in the streets in the UK. Is that how it works?
Second day of Christmas. That also happens. That happens every day of the year. Basically, it was a day that was created as a second day of Christmas, the day after Christmas, of course, on the 26th. And it was a way to donate gifts to those in need, but has evolved as part of overall Christmas festivities in England, in the UK, and the Commonwealth as well. And basically, you're looking for deals. So initially, it was the St. Stephen's Day, which is considered the second day of Christmas. That's where it actually came from. So Boxing Day, a tradition in Europe and among all the Commonwealth countries, but not such a big deal in the U.S. It is for Canada, but it's all about football on Boxing Day. So
yeah,
that's
but I
where
thought it
I got to know
was. This is like it. I'm reading here. It was a tradition for like the tradesmen and working class people to get Christmas boxes the first weekday after Christmas, thanks to good service throughout the year. So that was like a working man's holiday. That's why the football roots, like Boxing Day, is important because it's like a working class. Football came up working class, and it's a working class holiday. That's why they play football on Boxing Day. That's kind of the connection I made in the past.
And they get it off, where
Yes,
it's
exactly.
like it's a default second day of Christmas. And like you said, there's the giving back part of it, the part of helping your community, and then it's been incorporated with football as well. There's a great tradition of football on Boxing Day that goes all the way back to 1888. Derby County played against Bolton Wanderers. Bolton played West Brom to host the first ever Boxing Day match since there's been 4,000 Boxing Day matches, and West Brom themselves have played the most Boxing Day matches with 106 games, followed closely by United, who's gained the most points on Boxing Days, 171 points over 96 Boxing Day matches, sir. I like those odds for United. We need some points against Wolves at the Molineux on the 26th.
And Harry Kane has the most goals scored on Boxing Day with 10. I don't play on Boxing Day in Germany, unfortunately. Molineux, the stadium, Wolves, we're good. It's all about United. We're fighting our own demons as far as the weather. What do we got?
The weather is going to be 11 degrees Celsius, so it's going to be in the high 40s, light, misty, and gusty, sir. We're doing Scran Watch. We're going to Wolverhampton. It's a real place. Look it up. And we're going to Made in Thai, sir. We're going to have some Thai food at Wolverhampton. Get yourself a spicy duck curry on a cold Boxing Day evening. John, snap judgment. This is terrible. Let's go. Here we go.
No, I'm not. Yeah, it's probably not the best Thai food I've ever seen, but not the worst. So let's.
Not the worst. We're going. Have you been to Wolverhampton, bro?
It's not. It looks good.
No, maybe it's tasty.
Look, the mini corn on the cob. If you get that, like
it's always a good sign.
You like the mini corn on the cob in your soups.
Tell us about Wolverhampton Wanderers.
How long do you search for that restaurant, that establishment there?
What does that mean?
Hours of research.
Yes, I did hours of research for our Wolverhampton Wanderers Scran Watch.
Pretty screen. Alex is just like in the mood for a certain type of food. He's like, Wolverhampton.
It was right by the stadium. Look good. It's like the top 3% best restaurants in Wolverhampton, by the way.
It says a lot about Wolverhampton.
Yes, it does,
formed as St. Luke's.
You have problems with the food in Manchester and London. What do you think it's like in Wolverhampton?
Formed as St. Luke's FC in 1877, the club changed their name to Wolverhampton 2 years later and became one of the founding members of the Football League in 1888, one of the OGs, and they've played at the Molineux Stadium since moving from Dudley Road in 1889. Shout out Dudley Road. What a road. The club's traditional kit consists of the gold shirts and socks, And since 1979, they've featured this sort of modern-looking Wolves head logo. They have long-standing rivalries with other clubs from the West Midlands, including Aston Villa and Birmingham City. They finished last season in 14th. They're sitting in 18th right now in the drop, fighting relegation, and those relegation teams can get frisky, especially when you're struggling and you're going away on Boxing Day.
No, this is going to be a tough match, right? Evening match at Wolverhampton. Everyone's off. Everyone's off for the holiday. They have a new manager. Victor Pereira is their new manager, 56-year-old Portuguese coach, hired on the 20th. So literally just got hired as a new manager. He's a total journeyman, bounced all over the place. Portugal, Brazil, China, Middle East. He's managed for 18 clubs in 22 years. And he just recently joined from Al Shabab in the Saudi League where your boy Ronaldo plays. Tactics-wise, he's all about reacting. It sounds easy. Reacting to the opponent's strategy, sir. So he likes to find what will be fit against who he's playing against. So he's highly organized teams. Sounds like something we know in terms of teams we play against. And he likes to play on the counter. So doesn't like to do an all-out press, more of like a rest defense. But they're going to be very, very organized. They had a good win in his first match as manager against Leicester, I believe, against our man Ruud van Nistelrooy. So he's going to come
3-0.
in. He's coming in ready to rock. And who they signed in the summer, sir? Let's take a look at that first. Andre was the big signing from Brazil, high-rated defensive midfielder. He was their top signing. And then, obviously Sam Johnston is the one that strikes kind of the tone for us, but signs a lot of players from Brazil and Portugal. That's kind of their MO. That's the MO they've developed over the last 5 years. And I think with their Portuguese manager, that will continue. Player to watch, Matheus Cunha, the Brazilian forward, super effective. He's had an excellent season. He's been great on the Wolves squad since he's been a part of them. And he'll be a dangerous one, sir. He'll be a dangerous one for them. He would look great in red. He looks like a United player that we used to sign, but Wolves have been doing stuff with in terms of their recruitment, the players they brought in. They've been very, very effective in the transfer market over the last few years.
And they've been absolutely getting dusted until they recently hired their new coach. So 4-2, Bournemouth beat them. Bournemouth beat us 3-0. Everton beat them 4-0. West Ham 2-1. Ipswich 2-1. Leicester City. Wolves finally get a win and 3 points. They beat Leicester 3-0. The new manager bounce coming at the wrong time for Manchester United. It's going to be a tough game. It's going to be gritty. It's going to be cold. It's going to be away. And
I don't like the sound of that.
We've won of the last 5 against Wolves. We've won 4, lost 1. First time we ever played them, 1892. We beat them 10-1 in the first division. I believe they tried to appeal that one because we were playing next to a chemical factory.
Really?
Yeah, Newton Heath. Yes, exactly. The 10-1 win against Wolverhampton Wanderers. We were playing in such bad conditions. Mud pitch next to a chemical factory where the fumes inhaled hurt the opposition. Maybe we need to get back to those days. The starting 11 for Wolves. Cunha, like you mentioned. Again, I'm not too familiar with their team other than Semedo and Hee-chan on the bench there. Craig Dawson as well coming off the bench, but playing the 3-4-2-1. 3 at the back, another manager coming from Saudi. Exciting times, 3 at the back in the EPL. Let's see how we look toe-to-toe.
No, it's going to be a tough match. They're going to be up for it. Like you said, they're fighting the relegation battle, but they're motivated, right? Because these players are professionals. I'm sure they're more professional than most of our Manchester United players. And they're going to be looking to impress their new manager at home. Boxing Day. This is like trap game written all over it. I don't like the sound of it, sir. We're looking at 11s. This was the 11 against Bournemouth. Probably not full strength. What are you thinking about United's 11 given the shit game we had against Bournemouth? On the weekend, sir? What are you thinking?
Yeah, so against Bournemouth, as a reminder, Onana and net, Maz, Magoo, Martinez back line. He had Dalot, Ugarte, Menu, Malacia, Diallo, Bruno, and Xerxes. Unfortunately, you got to put Højlund in for Xerxes. I don't like that he chopped and changed Xerxes again in there because, I think Højlund's number 1. If you had to say there's a number 1, I think Højlund's number 1. And the fact that then he re-rotated, it just adds less certainty in the squad. Højlund's going to come in. Malacia is going to drop. You're going to see Maz go up to right wing back, to low left wing back, and then Lenny Euro. Hey, I know you're injured, but you got to start playing because we're dying for a team. Bruno's got to come back in the 2. You got to give Garnacho a start. You got to stop. Bruno has to play in the 2. It's Bruno Ugarte. Team looks completely different with those 2 players there. It sucks, but you have to do it. You got to stop the bleeding. He's tinkering a little too much. I think he tinkered enough. I think now you know, and let's hope he learns the lessons from Bournemouth.
I think that he's going to still tinker quite a bit because he's so worried about burning out legs of players. But I think you're very much correct on the subs around Malacia for Euro. I think it has to be it. You have to go Delo and Mazraoui as your wingbacks. But I think he's just going to do one additional sub. I think he's going to keep Manu and Ugarte, play Bruno up in the front 3, and then do Højlund for Xerxes. But that's about it.
What's the issue? So my number one call out here is we conceded 7-2. You can't concede 7 goals. So it's like we got to get the back 8 there organized. We know Onana's the guy. Lenny Euro, Maguire, Martinez, you got to keep those back there. Bruno and Ugarte in the 2, Delo and Maz. Like that is enough to not concede. You stop conceding, and then you worry about the attack.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean that because I don't care if you put Xerxes and Højlund up there and they just bumble around as long as you're not shipping 3 goals. Like that's what's killing us at the end of the day. So it's like we got to find our best 8, and then the front 3 we can just like switch that all day. I don't care. It's just like we got to stop conceding. It's embarrassing. It's not good for business, sir.
No, it's not. Because, there's been lots of issues to fix, right, in terms of our effectiveness in the front 3, in terms of, in the final third, and just being potent on goal, converting chances. But at the end of the day, it's like that is easier to fix than a leaky defense that every time you have a set piece, you're conceding goals or you're doing these bunchy goals or backbreakers. It's one thing to go down 2-0, but that third goal against Bournemouth, that's truly ended the game. So it's just like we have to... It's mentality, dude. It's mentality. It's like you said, you watch this team play, you see bad habits everywhere. It's like we have to just start sucking in those bad habits because those are the ones that are fatal.
Here comes the money. Money.
Dalla. Wolves heavy favorites, plus 300 at home, plus 260 for the draw, and minus 110 for big old Manchester United headed to the Molineux, sir. Given the odds, you're up. What is your score prediction?
Prediction game. Coming off a fresh L for both of us. We both picked Bournemouth to win, or United to win against Bournemouth. We lost. I have to go optimistic here. You got to beat Wolves. I'm going to say 2-0 United, clean sheet, 2 goals. We beat Bournemouth. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm going to call a win as well. I think it's going to be tighter. 1-0. We nick it. Just do enough to get a win, a must win before some even more challenging fixtures for Ruben Amorim. But building blocks, long season ahead, mess of a season.
Long,
a lot of games left. We're not even halfway through yet, so we're not even halfway through.
Long season. Look, latest update on the prediction game.
Tight.
It is tight. I still got my lead on the steak dinner. All right, that is it. You like the podcast? We are for fans, by fans. Please check out our store, AmericanDevils.store. Grab some merch. We got trucker hats. We have shirts. We have scarves. We got it all. Support them up. Also check out our YouTube, American Devils on YouTube. Please like, subscribe, smash the like button. And only about 20% of people that watch our videos actually subscribe. So if you're watching, please subscribe. Support fan-generated content for the best team in the world. We might not be the best team on the pitch, but we are the best club in all the land. Sir, give us our top 10 downloads last 7 days.
Most importantly, we want to just have a special shout out all the American Devil fans. It's been a hell of a year. It's been a challenging year. I can't believe we won an FA Cup, fired a manager, hired a manager, brought in a new front office, fired some of that front office, but we launched our YouTube, hit 1,000 subscribers, sir. We couldn't do it without you guys. We appreciate you so much. Hope you're having a great holidays and a great Christmas with the family. Let's do top 10 cities, last 7 days. Number 1, how you doing? Houston, Texas, Chicago, Illinois, Brooklyn, New York, Los Angeles, California, New York, Melbourne, Australia, Dublin, Ireland, Atlanta, Georgia, Charlotte, North Carolina, and Manchester, England. Appreciate all the American Devils listening week in, week out. Couldn't do without you. Don't forget to like and subscribe on the YouTube channel, sir. Check out our Patreon. Check out our store. Check out our website. We appreciate you all. We'll see you all next time.